Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your reading for July Love and Relationships. This is a general reading meant for the collective and not for individual messages as you might expect in a personal reading. But if you do connect or resonate, please do give us a thumbs up, and I always welcome new subscribers. This will be a 3-card reading, and I'll pull clarification cards as needed. When I refer to astrological houses, that will be based on having a rising sign of Taurus. So if you have a different rising sign, you'll probably want to check out that reading as well for a fuller picture. I've pre-shuffled the cards and cleared the space. And let's go ahead and start your reading. The first card represents what you want from your current or coming relationship, wherever you are at this point, and you have the King of Wands. Second card represents what your person or future person wants from the relationship, and we have the King of Pentacles. That's interesting. And then we have the possible future of the relationship, and that's the Six of Swords. Okay, it looks like you have some changes coming up, but let's get started. First, let's note that kings are the masters of their suit. Here we have the master of the fire suit, the fire element, and here we have the master of the earth element, Pentacles. The King of Wands, by master, I mean they're like the essence of their element. They represent it in the form that is most manifested by leadership and administering their talents, their skills, their knowledge for the good of all, for their kingdom. So what we have here, since fire represents energy, that would be physical energy, mental energy, emotional energy, inspiration, planning and design, you have this is very dynamic. And I believe this is what you want from your person. What you want from your person is it's not romance as much as it's excitement and inspiration. You want to keep that spark alive in your relationship, that spark of fire element. Your person that's either coming towards you or that, and it doesn't matter what stage of the relationship you're in, whether it's you've just begun or if it's well established. But your person wants someone with a level head, very practical. This is earth energy. And they want someone that attends to the day-to-day priorities of life and understands the importance of material security and supports them in that. This position, both of these positions represent what you want, what they want. But this, I can feel that this also represents something of you as well. This is what you want in a partner, not because you feel you lack it, but because you feel this aspect of you needs to be stimulated as well. And the same with your partner, with your person. And so they want someone who's not, it's not just because they want somebody that is practical and values material security, but it's not because they lack it and they want that balance, but they want a balance for themselves. They don't want the opposite of what they are. They want someone who also values this. But what's going to attract each of you to each other, is also the quality that we see here. You want someone who's exciting, but you also you don't want extremes, in other words. That's what I'm feeling here. You don't want the extremes. It's sort of like you want the best of both worlds. You want someone who is balanced. Let's get some clarification on what you want from the relationship. And we have the Three of Cups. Okay, there's your romance. And this is celebration. You want the two of you to celebrate love together. not one of you to be working harder for it than the other. And this does represent community celebration. It can even represent something like an engagement, but it's something that family and friends celebrate with you. You want to celebrate this with your partner as well. You want them to embrace the aspect of a relationship in which you continue even after a long-term partnership. You want to go out on dates together, find time for just the two of you to do exciting, interesting things, and you want the two of you to enjoy being together and just enjoying those carefree moments. The cups represent love, romance, emotional fulfillment, and also being in touch with your subconscious. So you want someone who can sense your needs. And I don't mean read your mind. That's not healthy for a relationship necessarily, that you want someone to read your mind, because communication is so important. But you want them to at least be sensitive to your needs and your wants, your desires, and to be willing to work with that and be flexible. But yes, the celebration aspect of love is important to you. You don't want just the day-to-day humdrum. You don't want to settle into a rut. Taurus, you appreciate your creature comforts, your luxury, and you're an earth sign. So this is you. This represents who you are. And that has something to do with why you want this excitement. But the fact that you're Taurus, that you're Earth, or Taurus rising, means that your person is, you want the fiery element of your person. The person wants the earthy element that represents you. We'll clarify more on this. But yes, you want the two of you to enjoy each other, feel comfortable with each other, and fulfill that celebration aspect of a loving relationship. To be happy together in the moments that deserve celebration. Well, all moments deserve celebration in their own way, don't they? Okay, let's get more clarification, please. Oh, we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, the Queen of Cups, they represent mastery and essence of their element in a somewhat different way, whereas the kings apply it to a larger territory, to their kingdom. The queens apply it to their domicile, their home, their castle. So you want your home, Taurus, and this, I would expect this of you, because you like to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You want your home to be full of love. You want the home to be a place where you can retreat to from a hectic life, demands of work, demands of community involvement, etc. You want it to be a place of retreat where the two of you can enjoy your loving relationship. Now, the Queen of Cups is represented by Cancer. I don't know if you have Cancer placements or Cancer rising, but the emotional fulfillment is very important to you. Yes, you might definitely have water, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces placements in your chart or rising. And Taurus, the home is very important to you. It is your place of retreat and where you restore your energies. Because you're such a hard worker, you need that respite from everything. One more clarification card, and we have the Five of Cups. Okay, it looks like you've learned some lessons in the past, but you may still be concentrating on the mistakes that you've made rather than what's still out there for you. I feel like, again, no matter where you are in your relationship, whether you're approaching one, considering one, whether you've just started one, or whether it's long established, you're focusing on mistakes you've made in relationships and focusing on the spilled cups, the empty cups, crying over spilled milk, as they say, rather than focusing on what might be left. So let's say that you're in a long-term relationship. You have been thinking a lot about the mistakes the two of you have made. and how that's damaged your relationship. But Spirit wants you to look at those mistakes as lessons that the two of you can learn from and move forward from, because there are cups still full of love, full of the emotional fulfillment you seek. And one way of tuning into that is through your subconscious. If you could learn, yes, raise your vibration, get out of this low frequency, or if you're not in it a lot, don't fall prey to, in your down moments, your tiredness, your anxiety of thinking that there's not an opportunity to turn your relationship around and move toward that fulfilling union together again. Because there is. Spirit's telling you, yes, yes. Love is still in the offing to you, but raise your vibration, your frequency, so that the message you're sending to the universe is one of gratitude for the experiences of love you've had in the past, for helping you learn. So you have 3 cups here in a row. So although you are an earth sign, very connected to material security, and that's what drives and motivates you, you feel like you have more to learn about a truly loving relationship and a loving home. Let's get some clarification on your person and what they want from a relationship. Yes, keep yourself out of this. When you do remember mistakes that have been made, take a deep breath and smile. Release your breath and focus from a very detached point of view what you can bring forward, what you've learned that can help you make a relationship better in the future. And especially through loving communication. These swords here tell me that communication is going to be important in the outcome. So especially through loving communication with your partner. Okay, King of Pentacles. This is what your partner wants in a relationship. That's what attracts them to you, because you're Taurus. They want for their future person, or what they love about you is the fact that you have a very practical approach toward day-to-day life. You don't spend it all daydreaming and fantasizing about what you wish things could be. You take care of business. You chop wood and carry water, as the Zen masters say. Let's get some clarification on your person. Okay, the Hierophant. This represents educational and spiritual teachings from a traditional point of view. So like traditional higher education, traditional religion. It can also represent someone who holds a position of authority, such as a judge or a teacher or a religious figure, someone in the law, so someone who upholds tradition and uses the tenets of that tradition to apply in their job, in their career, in their approach toward life. Now, the Hierophant is Taurus. And I want you to notice that the third eye is here, and that's because the Hierophant is a major arcana card. There are 21 of those, plus the Fool. Each one of them represents sort of an archetype or a lesson that the Fool encounters on their journey, something to learn from. And your person, the third eye, represents the spiritual connection, the insight. Cups are very intuitive, very attuned to their mind's eye, their third eye. I really have a feeling that some of you out there have a lot of water placement, or a very strong water placement, maybe a water sign rising, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. And this is what your person likes about you, because not only are you practical, you take care of that everyday business, you get the job done, but you also are intuitive. And you follow your gut feelings about your partner or your future partner. And sometimes you even feel like you can read their mind about what they need in the moment, or from you, or from themselves. And they like that connection, that spiritual connection you have with your intuition. More clarification, please. And we get Scorpio, the death card. This represents death of the old and then rebirth, bringing in the new. And this is the card of Scorpio. So we have Taurus, and then we have Scorpio. So one of you may have Scorpio placements or rising. And this Scorpio was a water sign. You make your person feel like, you make them feel like they can have a fresh start in life. You've given them a fresh start in life. That's what you've done. You've given them a fresh start in life. You're bringing out aspects of them and appreciating those aspects, those characteristics, in a way that no one has before. So they feel like they're getting a chance at a new beginning, a fresh start, because they feel like their old ways of relating are being reborn from a different perspective. More clarification, please. Ten of Cups. And they believe that this relationship with you that either will develop or is developing is their happily ever after. Ten of Cups is complete emotional fulfillment. You have 5 Cups cards here. Well, not cups. This is water. But you have 5 cards here that represent water. Yes, this is for the Taurians out there who have strong water placements in their chart. But this is what your person loves about you, your connection to your inner light, to the divine, and you get your hunches, your gut feelings, your nudges that tune you into something that is good for the both of you. And they feel like they're on a new beginning toward that happily ever after. Okay, let's look at the final outcome here. The future of your relationship, possible future. We all have free will. And see what it holds for Taurus and their person. Yikes. I'll pull from this deck here in a second. We have the Two of Wands. Okay. Two of Wands is, yes, a fresh beginning. It's a person who is contemplating a beginning of sort of broadening their world. And definitely that's what a relationship does. It broadens the world of both. Yes, the two become one, but that one that they experience is opening up new vistas. And one of these wands is planted in the comfort zone. The other one is planted forward. And the figure in the traditional deck is holding on to the one planted forward, looking out over a vast estate and mountains in the distance, golden sunlight on the horizon. So the two of you, I feel like this reading is for someone. You're not in a stage of your relationship where things are just sort of going along, rolling along merrily. You're at a stage where either you've reached a plateau and feel the need for a new beginning, a fresh start. You're ready for the old version of the two of you or your relationship to fade away and move toward a new beginning that's very exciting. It's not necessarily comfortable, but it is exciting, and you're ready for that. Or you are definitely starting a new relationship and this person is coming toward you. But this is a very optimistic future. Now let's look at how it relates to the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is a transition card, and it shows in the traditional deck a gentleman who is pedaling a gondola with two figures sitting in the front of the boat with 6 swords implanted in front of them, the 6 swords of truth. And it's moving from choppy waters to calm waters. So it's transitioning from a period that's been rough. So again, if your relationship was in those rough waters, you're going to be transitioning to calmer waters now, because you're going to embrace this new path that the relationship is ready to move on to. And that's examining maybe some subconscious programming, brain wiring that you have as a result of society and cultural expectations, or relatives' expectations, peer groups or expectations, and telling you, and you think you should want this, and your relationship should look like this based on that. So it could be based on that kind of programming, and you're going to have to rewire your brain to create a new comfort zone with a different kind of relationship. Let's get more clarification, please. And again, I'll always repeat that. I'm just feeling such a strong thing that this is either a couple that's been together and moving towards something, both of you working moves toward a new way of relating, or this is something new to you that you're working with. Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is ruled by Capricorn, but she's an earth sign, so this could also be you. So in your future, it looks like there have been some revelations of truth, and that could have happened with the full moon a couple of days ago, the full moon in Cancer, which would explain a lot of these cups as well. Cancer is very intuitive, and the full moon illuminates things. It illuminates truths. And those truths, those realizations about a relationship, or learning from past relationships and how you want to move forward into a new one, those revelations are opening new doors for you, or within a current relationship. And I want you to notice the full moon that the Queen of Pentacles is holding there, because she's Cancer, but also because she's, this is actually you. That's what you want. This is you. I know it says Cancer. No, it's not Cancer. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn, holding the moon. But this is the part of you that your person is attracted to so much. They love the fact that you're balanced with your practical everyday viewpoint, but they love your intuition, which is evident right here. And where did the Hierophant go? And right here as well. Yes, you're a very intuitive Taurus person. Do you see how he's looking over here? And this is not gender specific, but your person is looking here. This is what they love about you, that intuition. For them, this is a fiery spark that keeps a relationship interesting, and that's why you want that fiery spark from them. It's interesting, the two of you meet each other's needs very well. There's a deep, intuitive, instinctive attraction between the two of you. You really appreciate hidden aspects of each other. And that's what's going to bring this relationship forward, that balance that you have into this very, very inspiring new truth for the two of you. Final card. Yes. Opportunity of love. Ace of Cups. Opportunity from Spirit. This tells me that the two of you have a great attitude. You do operate at a high vibration. I'm not sure where this one happened with you. Maybe just some recent mistakes that you made, or the two of you made, that you really want to learn from so it doesn't happen again. And it's just temporary. But you generally, the both of you operate from a higher level of frequency. You really send out strong, clear messages to the universe about what you're thankful for in each other. You're very grateful for each other's positive attributes that really uh, feed your relationship in many different ways. And so Spirit is sending back to you an opportunity for, aces represent beginnings. So a beginning toward a new way of emotional fulfillment, that synergy between the two of you. This new opportunity, and you are going to embrace this new opportunity because your intuition helps you with how to do that in the moment, how to do it in the future, and to pay attention to all those little nudges that Spirit gives. Let's pull a Spirit Allies card to see what Oracle has to say that may give you other... Again, I pre-shuffled these cards. Let me just give a cut here real quickly to see what they want to emphasize or summarize, or maybe something that we haven't paid attention to. And that message is snake, serpent. I know it make most of us sort of are repelled by that, but that's not usually the message. No, it's never the message that serpents have to offer. Okay, snake. I flow with the cycles of life. Yes, the moon, the phases of the moon, cycles of life, all of this intuition. That is what you do, Taurus. You've got some strong water. This is for the Taurians who have water signs rising, moon placement, Venus placement, Mars placement, something. Well, now you also have right now, Neptune and Saturn are retrograding in Pisces, and that happens to be your, where is Pisces? That happens to be your 11th house of future hopes and wishes. Okay, so that makes sense. And that's why you're getting a lot of intuition about what will really make the future of this relationship fulfilling for the two of you. That's why you're getting those intuitions. And then that full moon happened in your 9th house of philosophy, travel. Oh, and this card here can also represent travel. You see the road going into the future here. So it could be literal travel, but metaphorically it represents the road that you will take toward the future in your relationship here. Now Venus is in Leo, and it could be that right now for you, while Venus is in Leo, that's why you're maybe craving some excitement in your love life. Because usually, Taurus, that is not the most appealing thing for you. You like the security, the comfort of a mate, a soulmate. But this King of Wands, this could just be Leo's influence on you right now. And Venus will be going retrograde on the 22nd. So that should calm down a little bit. Now, it may bring in someone from your past. If you're not attached right now, it could be that someone from your past is coming back to you. Oh, and a little side note, don't do any major extreme makeovers that have permanent, like don't get a tattoo that's permanent. You can experiment with non-permanent tattoos, or don't dye your hair with a permanent dye. Don't do anything permanent during Venus retrograde. And that influence, that aspect will start fading away in September, and it'll be gone by October. That's when you can. So don't make hasty moves with love right now under the influence of Leo, okay? And understand that the future of your relationship lies in this communication of truth right here, and making the transition to the next stage of your relationship, which will bring you what you need. But let's go back to the serpents here. Intertwined within the cycles of life and rebirth. Oh, of course, because we have the death card. Death and rebirth. Where did it go? Snake knows a thing or two about removing what no longer serves them. And that's what the full moon did for you a couple of days ago in Cancer. You were supposed to let go of things that aren't working in that relationship. And I'm getting a feeling that it has something to do with the Hierophant here. That your intuition, your inner eye, is telling you to let go of maybe some rigid expectations of what a traditional relationship should look like, maybe the roles that each partner assumes or wants to live up to. So that death and rebirth. Once snake sheds its skin, it emerges brighter and bolder than before. With this deep connection to the cyclical nature of the universe, Snake urges you to release what holds you back from being the highest version of yourself. You too can remove the layers of ego and expectation to transform into a more authentic version of yourself, a living embodiment of your soul. And that authenticity, right here, see how the Queen of Pentacles is sort of nestling the moon? This tells me that this is the authentic you, that you are very intuitive for being a Taurian. You're very, very intuitive. And that authenticity needs to emerge now, that aspect of you, because your partner likes that a lot, and you actually like it a lot. But if you embrace it, you'll be able to use it to bear the fruits of a loving relationship more easily and bring the two of you forward. Okay, Taurus, this was sort of unexpected for me because of all the cups energy and the intuition involved. But it looks like that you're beginning, you've already embraced a new cycle here, a new stage, and I wish you the best in that. Thank you for joining me.